My name is Greg Hetherington. I'm from CK Access Radio. I'm the morning show host there and general manager. I also take the garbage out on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I think we need to recognize all the candidates on taking that effort and giving 100% for their candidacy for this year's election.
Thank you. My name is Steve Brent. I'm your #1 choice for mayor on the CK ballot this year. I've been married to my lovely wife, Michelle, for 34 years. I've been in professional business practice for over 40 years, and 18 years of that was a bank manager, and I bring the opportunity of business acumen, working with large budgets, and the ability to build teamwork and synergies to ensure that the Chatham-Kent will move forward in the future. And it's an opportunity for Chatham-Kent now to respond with a vote for me to ensure that we end the reckless spending spree that we've seen over the last 8 years.
We have an aging community. Is there a plan to keep our youth as well as attract other youth to settle within our community? And if so, what is your plan?
Well, the plan includes making it a community that responds to the needs of the small, medium, and large-sized business. That would be giving a very employable young workforce. To do that, we need to work with St. Clair College and Ridgetown College to ensure that we're supporting them in every way that we can, but also work with other educational institutions around the country to encourage them to set up operations in Chatham-Kent. I have extensive relationships with a number of universities across Ontario, and it would be an opportunity for me to bring the influence that I have over them and the working knowledge that I have of their programs to Chatham-Kent to ensure that we're tooling up the youth to be able to do that. It's a gap. We've heard Mike Burton a few weeks ago say that the one gap that we had is the employable workforce, and to be able to offer them the opportunity to have training, programs that can get them out and circulated into 1 and 2 years into better paying jobs and paying jobs, that would be ideal.
Do you think that you should be held accountable for the promises you make during the election? If yes, then what should be the repercussions?
Absolutely. As mayoral candidates, we need to be held accountable. So I've said, hold the line on taxes and make more local investments with less travel and more results, less consultants. And that's a resounding comment from virtually every candidate, whether you're mayor or a councillor. We've all said that. So we may have to remind them when they're in council, oh, by the way, everybody said they're going to hold the line on taxes or present a zero-based tax balance budget. So my accountability and my transparency plan as well will ensure that the council and administration and myself as mayor will be accountable to the voice of the people. We have to be driven by what the needs, wants, desires, dreams, and hopes of the communities of Chatham-Kent are really saying what we should do as leaders and as stewards of their tax dollars, make sure we're making proper investments and doing what which is in their best interest. So yes, we need to be held accountable. I outlined my accountability plan in the debate in council, and I said I will leave all my expenses on the table until such time I can produce a zero-based tax balance with the council, and that I would work on leaving a portion of my salary on the table as well. We're still working that with John Norton. We've been working on that for about a month.
Do you think that the municipality of Chatham-Kent should operate together with businesses that directly compete with existing Chatham-Kent businesses?
Yes, we're
into the Bradley Center, so we have to figure that out. We talked about this quite a bit over the debate, and the Michael Burton, Economic Development, is saying the money generated by the Bradley Center creates additional revenue to the community. But boy, I'll tell you, leading up to this race, hundreds of restaurants that came to me, and it was as John said, a Mother's Day event that was the tipping point in the icing on the cake. We have to be very cautious, and we should not be in the business, and we need to look for other alternatives for the Bradley Center, whether it's private sector taking it over or other ways. There's not a trade center or a conference center in the province, as Michael Burton said, that makes a profit. So we have to deal with it. There's got to be a way to get out of it, and I do believe that we have that opportunity by examining that more closely. The other competing is when we have contracts that are given outside instead of using inside companies. So that I think we need to look more closely at it and work out a formula where the companies within Chatham have a better advantage over outside companies when we're asking them to bid on great work that we do in Chatham.
Do you have any financial knowledge, schooling, or experience If so, please elaborate. If not, then how do you plan on being an advisor in our community?
Thank you, Greg. I went through business administration at St. Clair College. I got out of college on a Thursday, started in CIBC on the Monday. Spent 18 years as a branch manager, and I call those my mercenary years. And the balance of my career in CIBC, they were my missionary years, teaching bankers how to be better bankers. I've had some projects that have had budgets larger than the entire budget of Chatham-Kent. I've working in CIBC on major projects, and at the executive and presidential level in the office in support of that as well, billions and billions of dollars. So I've got practical experience. The experience I also bring is that of building small business and supporting them and growing and nurturing and being created as well. And many of the small businesses are world-class and have access to 500-600 companies around the world that are 400-500 and plus, and we have the opportunity to bring those here to Chatham-Kent. It is about lean process. I'm a process expert, so by leaning the processes, Ian mentioned the word lean, we'll be able to save millions of dollars there, and that's definitely the service level reviews that are currently going on are a shadow of what the lean process
I'd ask you to wrap
save
up.
a lot of money. Thank you.
Will you support the plan coming forward later this fall for the revitalization of downtown Chatham?
Thank you. I was at the original meeting when we launched the downtown revitalization plan, and there was a number of questions, but the audience was really not representative of the amount of people that I think it takes to stimulate that type of monetary investment in any area within Chatham-Kent. One of the biggest gaps that I saw, and the largest opportunity that we have, is to ensure that it just doesn't focus on downtown Chatham-Kent, and it was with the gateways. So the comment that I made in the evening, that evening, was the gateways are 5 strategic points leading to the downtown core, probably within, I forget what it was, maybe 800, 1,000 meters of 5 entry points to downtown core. My suggestion was, I said, let's move it out to the periphery of Chatham-Kent so that north, east, south, and west businesses are represented, so that it's a welcoming opportunity for everyone visiting Chatham-Kent, that this is the entire business opportunity and availability of enjoyment within the community. And I mentioned that Stratford does that, and it's very pleasing when you see that coming into the community, and we should do the same. Thank you.
As mayor, you will be a leader within our community. Share one of your leadership experiences that will prove you will be a good leader for Chatham-Kent.
Within my practice within CIBC, I've been a leader over the 33 and a half years that I was with them. I worked on many, many major projects that saw everything from the launch of Interact across Canada to the design, development, and facilitation of the CIBC Investment Specialist Group, which was rated the second most effective sales force in North America at one time. Being part of the National Sales Effectiveness Team, I've worked on changing the culture 7 times within CIBC. So the bank's had a lot of confidence, and over the years come to me to tap my intelligence to ensure that I'm leading groups into major, major projects. It's the same skills that we use at grass level, ground level with the municipality, building teams, ensure that we're heading all in the same direction, creating synergies to get it done, working with local business, working with the voice of the people, ensure that we're doing the right thing. And those are skills I've practiced and demonstrated and been recognized around the country and around the world with some of the things I've done over the last 4 decades.
There seems to be offers to focus on bringing new business to our area, talked about a lot. However, what can you offer the businesses already operating within Chatham-Kent?
Again, one of the stimulus that I had over the last 8 years is the voice of the small, medium, and large-sized business, mostly small, about the difficulty it is to do business with the municipality of Chatham-Kent. And that means the red tape that they go through, the bureaucracy, the time it takes to get something done, and the expense of it all. There's bylaws that may be antiquated that perhaps need to be looked at, that have been in the way of major development within Chatham-Kent. And I've heard it from grassroots. These are everyone from restaurant owners to large-sized businesses that, again, if you create an environment of difficulty to do business, then business won't be getting done. We need to review the processes that we offer, the opportunity for business expansion, small, medium, and large-sized business in Chatham-Kent, and make sure we're doing the right thing for the small business. And when we stimulate growth, then new assessments come, and then taxes are saved. Economic development is an area of growth opportunity for us when we pay attention to the small, medium-sized business. Many large-sized businesses have never been approached by economic development. That'll change. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, BSN, for organizing today. It was great. I apologize for not being here for lunch. I'm the chair and treasurer of St. Andrews. I had to attend a meeting and lunch there. I will stop the reckless spending. We'll stop the poor community investments. Escalation of taxes have been out of control over the last 8 years. That'll stop. With my transparency and accountability plan, we'll assure you the voice of the people is represented, and that definitely has not happened. The last time I talked about a lot in debates that Frank Verkuter that I've found is the last councillor that actually had a town hall with over 100 people in the room in 2002. That's just malpractice. So. And the last opportunity with Steve and Boat is driving culture, agribusiness, and tourism. Again, tourism very fractured here in Chatham-Kent. That will pull us a lot together. And I really ask for your support in Mayor of Chatham-Kent in 2014. Number one choice on the ballot this year. Thank you.
And Steve, Brent, I should have said I'm not